there is absolutely no space for wisdom when a person is totally controlled by his emotions. And even wisdom is of no use when you cannot actually appreciate the journey of other people, where you cannot emotionally connect with other people. So emotions and wisdom, well, these two things are interconnected to each other, and today's topic of discussion is wisdom and emotions, that is Jupiter and Moon and their placements in your birth chart. So let's get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and don't get me wrong, we are not here to discuss about the sign and the house placement of Jupiter and Moon. We are going to talk about the distance between Jupiter and Moon. Well, what is that? Well, today we're going to talk about one of the inauspicious yoga, that is the Sakata Yoga. And what happens when you have this yoga in your birth chart. And we're also going to talk about the relevance of the placement of Moon from the planet Jupiter, how far the Moon is placed from the planet Jupiter. Okay, so let's just discuss first that what is the relevance of planet Jupiter and Moon in our lives. Well, planet Jupiter is considered as the guru, the teacher. He is the guru of gods, the guru of devatas. But we have forgotten one fact, that even Moon is our teacher, because Moon represents our mother, and we all know that our mother is our very first teacher. Okay, so both of these two planets are very important. Jupiter represents wisdom, whereas Moon represents emotion, your mental state. So of course both are strongly connected to each other, and both of them are incomplete without each other. So Jupiter is actually considered as the Jeeva Karaka, the Karaka of life, the significator of life. Well, why? Why do we consider Jupiter as the Jeeva Karaka? Why not Sun? Sun gives us sunlight, and sunlight creates food, and we need sunlight to live. Well, I have an answer for that. Jupiter, rules our pituitary gland, and pituitary gland releases hormones, the messenger, the chemical mediators which circulate throughout your body and helps in vital functions of your body. And of course, hormones are very important to carry out the vital functions of body. So definitely Jupiter is the Jeeva Karaka, the Karaka of life. Okay, and whereas Moon is your mind, your mental state, your emotions, your character, your personality. So yes, these two are very important, and the placement of Moon from the Jupiter and the placement of Jupiter from the Moon is a very important thing to see in a horoscope. And it is very, it gives you beautiful predictions, accurate predictions. And the branch of Bhrigu Nadi astrology, they give a great relevance, a great importance to the placement of Moon from the Jupiter. I absolutely love this thing. So let's understand firstly, what is Sakata Yoga? Well, the classical texts, the ancient texts mention that this yoga is one of the inauspicious yoga, because this yoga creates misfortune. This yoga creates poverty. It makes the person suffer like anything in life, but then gradually this person will regain whatever he has lost back there. Okay, there is not like it's totally taking away everything from you. It will give you back at certain age. Okay, so how does this yoga is formed? Well, whenever the moon is placed 6th, 8th, and 12th from the Jupiter, or Jupiter is placed 6th, 8th, and 12th from the moon, well, this kind of yoga is formed. Now, 6th, 8th, and 12th, well, we consider these houses as the malefic houses. So definitely there is some kind of relevance when moon is sitting 6th, 8th, and 12th from the Jeeva Karaka. So your Karaka of emotions is sitting 6th, 8th, and 12th from the Karaka of life. So definitely some kind of malefic influences are definitely will be there. So what happens when moon is placed 6 places away from Jupiter? Well, automatically Jupiter will be 8 places away from the moon. So what does the 6th house represents? The 6th house represents enemies, diseases, and your mental state. It represents competition, misfortune, servants, and pet animals. So when a native has this placement, the native definitely suffers from some kind of anxiety or depression. Or even if the native is not going through the depression, the mother of the native might be suffering from depression. And secondly, these people are prone to lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, obesity, because these people, show some kind of negligence towards their, healthy lifestyle, and they love to indulge in lots of junk food, and plus there is some kind of inactivity. These are the people who will go out and exercise and everything. So definitely they are prone to lifestyle diseases. And thirdly, these are the people who might end up working in foreign lands. Crossing the sea and going abroad will definitely bring luck in their life. Well, the most problematic thing with this placement is that they have lots of enemies, especially at the workplace. Well, there are lots of people who will be criticizing you for unnecessary reasons. So, and even these people don't get along well with the relatives, especially the maternal relatives. They don't get along well with them, and of course they do suffer from loss of money due to the relatives or close friends. This placement indicates that. And lastly, when moon is 6th from the Jupiter, the native gets into too much of loans. They are always paying installments and installments. Well, all their money is going in repaying the loans. So they are not left with money to for themselves. So definitely there is no growth in life, and the life appears stagnant. So what happens when moon is placed 8 places away from the Jupiter? So automatically Jupiter will be 6 places away from the moon. Well, 8th house represents death. It represents longevity. It represents spirituality and your hidden wealth. So the first thing about this placement is that the native will be a very brilliant and a very sharp speaker. The speech of that person will attract everyone around. Secondly, the positive point of this placement is that the native will be blessed with a very good and supportive spouse. The only thing which is really need to be taken care of is that to take care of your expenses, and of course avoid gambling, avoid putting money into some kind of lottery or anything like that. Well, your luck won't work over there, and definitely there is loss of money through this. Okay, so, and again, you might be prone to diseases related to water, some kind of infectious diseases from water, or any kind of disease which there is kind of swelling in your body, like in heart failure also, there is accumulation of water in body. So any kind of disease is related to water. Now, what happens when Moon is placed 12 houses away from Jupiter? Well, 12th house is the house of expenses, the house of loss, the house of spirituality, and definitely the house of your subconscious state. So, firstly, when a Moon is placed 12th from the Jupiter, this native might travel a lot, and these are the people who get great success in foreign lands, okay? And yes, these people are really very, very spiritual people, and they always try to maintain a distance from everyone. They don't get, they don't tend to get mixed up with people very easily. They always try to maintain a distance. The only kind of trouble they have is that they always suffer from unexpected expenses in life. You might be saving money for something else, and then there is something new standing right away there, and it's demanding your money. So unexpected expenses are definitely there, and yes, they do suffer from insomnia. Well, that is one of the most biggest trouble with this kind of placement. So this was all about the Sakata Yoga. So Sakata Yoga is all about financial crisis. It is all about the mental affliction. It's not just taking away everything from you, but yes, a kind of financial crisis which is literally not permanent. You will regain what you have lost, but there is a lesson behind it, and the lesson is that you need to invest your money, you need to spend your money wisely. That is the only lesson which you really need to learn from this kind of yoga. And yes, I will be coming up with another video where we will be discussing about the other placements of Moon from the Jupiter, like the 7th, 9th, 11th place from the Jupiter. So stay connected and stay tuned to my channel. Till then, thank you, goodbye, and yeah, do subscribe, okay? Goodbye.